Okay, so breaking news. Something actually happened. So yeah, it actually happened. The Ravens are moving on from John Harbaugh after 18 seasons. And can I just say, wow. I think when you ask most Raven fans, including myself, I'm not shocked that John Harbaugh was let go of. But I will say, I am shocked that he actually went through with it. Because I just want to say this real quick. I want to thank John Harbaugh for 18 years of being the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. He's pretty much the only coach I've ever known since I've been a Ravens fan, actually. So, thank you for everything. Hall of Fame coach, definitely, in my opinion. And whatever he does next after this, whether it's TV or coaching again, whatever he does, I think he will do great at it. Now that that's out of the way, after 18 years, yeah, I think it was time for a change, honestly. Given how, the last, 4 years have gone, I'm not shocked that they're moving on from him. Moving on from a coach after 18 years is pretty risky, because when looking at John Harbaugh's time with the Ravens, he's been pretty consistently good, except that one year from 2015 where everyone and their grandma got injured and went 5-11. Moving on from that is a bit risky, and to be honest, it can get a lot worse than it can get better. And I know for a fact that this was not an easy decision for the Ravens to make. It's a risky one, but I applaud them that they actually did it. Heading into this Week 18 game, this was being billed as John Harbaugh versus Mike Tomlin, and whoever was going to lose this game, their future was definitely going to be in question. Personally, I think it will more be John Harbaugh than Mike Tomlin, because the Steelers don't really fire coaches like that. I think I remember the day of the game, I tweeted out this game pretty much being called the "Stop Asking Us to Fire Our Coach, We're Not Going to Do It" bowl, and I was proven wrong. Wow, who would have thought that? So shout out to the priest with the holy water, really helped us out there. To be completely honest, looking at the reports after Monday, it was looking like John Harbaugh was going to stay, but the staff was going to get tweaked up a bit. But apparently the final straw for why John Harbaugh was let go was because apparently a key pressure point in John Harbaugh's firing was his refusal to entertain any conversations about moving on from offensive coordinator Todd Monken, apparently. So the fact that John Harbaugh stuck by Todd Monken, shout out to him, that's a ride or die right there. So now the coaching carousel is about to get really interesting. Because apparently from Adam Schefter, he is saying that John Harbaugh is expected to emerge as a favorite for the head coaching job for the New York Giants. Apparently, that's what Adam Schefter is saying. I do think if John Harbaugh does decide he still has some left in the tank, he's definitely going to be a good coach somewhere else. I mean, we'll see how that goes. John Harbaugh is 63, I think. So it's going to be interesting what he does next. Maybe he wants to coach again, go to TV, or maybe go to Los Angeles and be with Jim Harbaugh, his brother. We don't know. I don't know how John Harbaugh is going to work out. Considering what happened with Pete Carroll, maybe that won't happen. I don't know. Maybe it'll be different. We'll see. When looking at the other options, I definitely think the Ravens are probably the best coaching option out there. You already have Lamar Jackson, you got Derrick Henry, you have a lot of pieces to work with, so it would be interesting to see who would take up that job. So now the Ravens are going to be looking for their 4th ever coach in franchise history. They have only had 3 head coaches in their history, so it's going to be interesting to see who are they going to hire to be the 4th ever coach in Ravens history. But there have been some options floated out there. If you want to go for an offensive guy, maybe go with Clint Kubiak. He's doing wonders with Sam Darnold in the Seahawks offense. If you want to go on the defensive side, you can go with Jesse Minter or Brian Flores. Those are the 3 that stick up to my mind right now. The funniest option in my mind would be when Eric DeCosta and Steve Bisciotti have a press conference, and then they're introducing the head coach, and it goes something like this. First of all, we would like to thank all of you for being here, and we would like to introduce the newest head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. So please help us welcome the 4th ever head coach in Ravens history. You know him, you love him, Zachary Orr. Get out here, buddy, come out here. That would be so funny. Could you imagine? In some alternate timeline, Zach Orr becomes the new Ravens head coach. I honestly think if that would ever happen, that won't happen, but if it did, someone's burning down M&T Bank Stadium 100%. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this unscripted video. So who do you think is going to be the next head coach for the Ravens? Leave it down in the comments below. But anyway, guys, I am One Dubs. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you guys later.